Hello. It's Freezer Treats from the Icebox Radio Theater, 13 Days of Halloween. Our celebration of the spooky scary, most of them on the Frozen Frights podcast, which there is a link to in the show notes of this episode. But for the next 13 weekdays leading up to Halloween weekend, we will feature every day one of our scariest stories for you to enjoy. Although today, I got to admit, this is something of a little bit lighter fare. Today, we're going to listen to a clip from Harry, starring the incredible, amazingly talented John Bell. This represents kind of an interesting story for us because I think it was the first time we ever featured a remote actor. John, which you might know from the podcast Bells and the Batfry, he's a radio guy. He's a professional comedian. He lives down in Alabama. And we were interested in remote acting, and he was a guy I really, really wanted to work with because he's just amazing, and he was perfect for this role. Harry tells the story of a church, just like yesterday with the demon. This is one of our church stories, but it's not really scary, so don't be worried that if you listen to the demon and were freaked out, Harry is a totally different vibe. Harry is, as a matter of fact, a demon whose main sin is sloth, so he's lazy, get it? And he's been hiding out in this church for decades until he runs into a pastor who becomes aware of the situation, decides to do something about it. I'd call it dark comedy with a little theological tint. Let's listen to John Bell in Harry right now. Hello, Harry.
Oh, hello, Pastor. Thought you'd be inside.
No, I'm under strict orders to keep quiet during the hymns. My singing could raise the devil.
You have no idea.
What?
I said you're not that bad.
Oh, and I kind of wanted to talk to you.
Coffee's on. Like a cup?
Well, sure, I guess. You know, in an odd way, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about.
What's that, the coffee? Oh, it's Edna again, isn't it?
No, not that.
I tell her I make it strong because I like it strong. And you can always fill your cup partway and top it off with hot water.
Harry,
But you start with weak coffee like Edna wants. Where do you go? Add instant?
Harry, the coffee's fine. I need to talk to you about something else.
Oh, sounds serious.
Oh, well, kinda, I guess.
All right, Pastor. What is it?
I was wanting to ask you a question about something.
Yes?
I notice you hardly ever go into church.
I'm not sure I follow.
Church. You never seem to go into church.
Uh-huh. Still not sure I follow.
Oh, look, I don't want this to be uncomfortable.
I mean, I'm in church now, aren't I?
Well, technically, you're just inside the building.
Is there something else you want done? Is this about that back garden I said I'd weed? I didn't really want to start on that until the ground dries out.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. It's just, look, you know when we were talking the other day about challenging people around here?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I've decided I'm going to do that.
Oh.
And I want to start with you.
So, you want to challenge me?
Well, yeah, it works out to that. So, yes.
I'm not sure how to respond there.
Look, Harry, it's a simple thing. You do everything for this church. You're head usher, you make sure the heat's on Sunday mornings, sweep the snow off the steps, make sure the coffee gets made. We trust you with all the collection and the banking and everything. You're one of the most important people here.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But when it comes time to go in and worship, where are you?
Well, I generally take a little break then.
Yeah, and that's my point. Why don't you come into church with us? You do so much for the church the rest of the time. Come in and enjoy worship with us.
Oh, well, I really can't do that.
Why not?
I'd burst into flame.
Come on. They're just about to start another hymn. We'll stand in the back.
Actually, Pastor, that's not a good idea.
Now, don't be afraid.
Oh, I'm not afraid.
Well, then at least explain to me why you won't go in.
I already did.
No, seriously, come on.
Pastor, I really think...
I know you think your sins are too great to be forgiven, but that's not how it works, Harry.
Pastor, the Almighty and I have an understanding.
Now, that I've heard before.
Yeah, I imagine you have. But in my case, it's for real.
Come on, Harry. Stand up with me.
Wait, what are you doing?
Come on up with you.
No, Pastor, you can't.
Come on, just one song.
I really think you shouldn't do this. Are you dragging me?
Wrestling team in college. You forced me to take drastic measures there.
No, wait.
Just one song. Come on. No, it's not so bad, is it? Harry!
Yeah?
You're on fire!
Well, I tried to tell you.
Okay, that was myself and John Bell playing opposite each other in Harry, a story of a demon who hides out in a church and finds it's pretty darn easy to do so. You know, one of the proudest moments I had with this particular play is I got contacted by a Bible study group at another church somewhere in the country. Off the top of my head, I can't remember where, who asked if they could do a study on this play. And I always wondered how the discussion went. I bet it went fairly interestingly. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall. But whatever the case, that's our two church stories and the conclusion of the first week of Freezer Treats here on the Icebox Radio Theater. 13 Days of Halloween will continue right up to Halloween, or October the 29th, And again, down below in the show notes of this episode, you can find a link to Frozen Frights, the podcast, and also a link directly to Harry. I'll be back on Monday with another thawed-out freezer treat on 13 Days of Halloween.